Most people in this world are on a lifelong journey to discover the things that make them happy and spend as much time as possible indulging in them. We can't say that this applies more to anyone else than it does to the Sigma male. There is a reason that the Sigma male is one of the rarest type of male personality types, and this means that he needs very specific things in order to be happy. The things that make the Sigma male happy aren't the same things that others would claim make them happy, like cars, clothes, or other material possessions. But for the ambitious and authentic Sigma male, it's about the small, meaningful, even basic things that make his life truly worth living and that help him to achieve his goals. And these are usually very personal. As a Sigma, he doesn't intentionally seek out happiness. He is simply a realistic and introspective thinker who favors facts and logic over emotions and actions of the heart. He has a different perspective on happiness and what it really means. He knows what his priorities are that keep him grounded and content. In this video, we're going to be talking about 6 things that the Sigma male needs in order to be truly happy. Number 6. Having a plan and thinking ahead. The deep-thinking Sigma male is one of those people who thrive on planning and thinking ahead. So one of his worst nightmares is not having a plan. To him, not having a plan is like driving to an unknown destination without a map or any idea of how to get there. How would you know that you'd made it to where you needed to go? The Sigma is highly ambitious with many more goals and objectives. He knows full well that without planning ahead, he's at risk of failure. And while he doesn't see failure as the end of the road, rather as a chance to learn and grow, he would rather reach his goals first time around than having to start all over again. If he doesn't have a plan of how to reach his goals, then he can easily find himself becoming overwhelmed and lost with the tasks that start to build up with no clear way through. He'll typically use a combination of checklists, spreadsheets, and timetables that he will stick to rigidly in order to achieve what he needs to. Spontaneity is not something that the Sigma male deals well with, so he firmly lives by the phrase, "Failure to plan is planning to fail." Therefore, he will always take the time to think ahead and make a personal plan to keep potential stress at bay and keep his happiness levels topped up. Number 5. Having time alone. For the Sigma male to keep his happiness in check, it is critical that he schedules alone time into his busy schedule. The Sigma flourishes when he's alone. As an introvert, he needs a private, quiet space that he has full control of to retreat to when the world gets too much. Unlike other personality types, he is a man who truly values being by himself. As he hates small talk and being overly social, he needs this crucial time alone to re-energize and reboot. Not only that, but this also gives him the space he needs to introspect and reflect on his life, what he can do to improve as a human being, and how he can best achieve his goals. It's not to say that the Sigma male doesn't enjoy being social from time to time, especially when he spends time with those similar to him who share his values and his intellect. But because of his highly independent and self-sufficient nature, he is most comfortable when he's by himself. When he is alone, he doesn't have to deal with incompetent, shallow, or close-minded people, or engage in superficial chit-chat. Instead, he can work on projects that are personal to him without distraction or intrusion, or work on his mental and physical health, which are imperative to keeping the Sigma male happy and stress-free. Number 4. Learning new things. The Sigma is an intellectual deep thinker. He's on a lifelong pursuit of new knowledge, so being surrounded by high-quality sources of educational material that can help him on his quest are key to keeping the Sigma happy. Whether it's learning a new skill or working on an existing one, learning more about the world around him, or considering other perspectives on different topics, the Sigma male is extremely open-minded and prospers when he is allowed to expand his knowledge. It could be through books, articles, peer-reviewed research, or online journals. But whatever it is, the Sigma male feels most content when he is in an environment that allows him to continue learning. He also enjoys a good fictional book now and then. Reading literature that allows him to escape from reality allows him to relax and de-stress after a hard day's work, and continues to offer him different perspectives for consideration. If you were to ask a Sigma male what his favorite thing to do is, he would without a doubt mention reading books or studying topics such as psychology, philosophy, or any other topic that stimulates his intellectual mind and quenches his thirst for learning. Number 3. New challenges. The Sigma male has an insatiable curiosity that leads to his thirst for new knowledge and desire to learn skills or improve existing ones. And these go hand in hand with his enjoyment of new challenges. As being one of the most strategic and logical thinkers, he will use his skill for thinking ahead to make a plan on how to best approach whatever challenge he's faced with. But there is a catch. He needs to be intellectually stimulated by whatever the objective is. If not, then he will quickly grow restless, which soon leads to irritability and frustration. With such a high level of self-sufficiency, the Sigma thrives on being able to problem solve and is always up for a new challenge. In fact, they bring him a lot of happiness and satisfaction. Number 2. His freedom and independence. Being tied down is one of the Sigma male's biggest fears. Whether it's by way of a relationship, a job, or place, one of the traits that is so alluring about a Sigma male is the way that he lives a life of freedom. Highly confident in who he is, what he wants, and his own capabilities, the Sigma male is most likely to be a single entrepreneur working for and only answering to himself, with his only responsibilities and commitment being to his own pursuit of happiness. He will also have a smaller circle of friends, which is conducive to him maintaining as much independence as possible. He needs this freedom to pursue his goals, interests, and to live life in the way that he requires to be happy. He can't think of anything worse than being stuck in a dead-end job or only experiencing life in one suburban town, and so the Sigma male will live life in the most freeing way that he can. He'll think nothing of grabbing his backpack, leaving everything he knows behind, and traveling the world alone if he ever has the chance. Experiencing new things, exploring new places, and meeting a variety of interesting people along the way sounds like a dream to the Sigma male. And we aren't only talking about physical freedom either. He truly values his freedom in all senses of the word, and this is obvious by his intense disapproval of the social structure and contempt for authority. One of the most important things about being truly liberated is having the freedom of thought. Freedom to think critically about the world around him and about the social beliefs and expectations that are placed on us from an early age. Many people don't give this a second thought, but the Sigma reflects on this regularly. He recognizes and detests the way that society puts us in little boxes and lumbers us with unreasonable demands and expectations that aren't necessarily our own. He lives life outside of the hierarchy for many reasons, and one of those reasons is for the joy of his freedom. And if you've made it this far and are enjoying today's video, then why not share it or help us out by clicking the like button, as it really helps our channel to grow. And finally, number 1. People who are as intelligent and authentic as he is. The Sigma male is one of the most genuine and intellectual types of men you could ever meet. His brain is wired a little differently, and this is why he can find it really difficult to connect with the average person, as he is far from average, living his life in an alternative way with his thoughts being on a whole different level to that of the masses. He has a minimal amount of shared experiences he can draw from when he's socializing. As such, he often finds that he has little in common with most people, and this is one of the reasons that he prefers to either be on his own or be in the company of those who are from the same galaxy as he is. Despite being genuinely content when he's by himself, the Sigma is still human and still has the need for human interaction, even if it's not as much interaction as others might need. Sadly, for the majority of social situations he finds himself participating in, he feels that he is expected to change in order to fit in with these other people who he has pretty much nothing in common with. and that makes him miserable. Therefore, the Sigma male is extremely selective about who he spends time with, opting to share his precious time with those who are just as authentic and intelligent as he is, which enables him to develop real, deep, and meaningful connections through intellectual, engaging conversation. He would much rather learn and grow as an individual than to share malicious gossip and talk about mundane, superficial topics, which means that when it comes to making new friends, boring, uneducated individuals won't make it through to the final round. And that brings us to the end of our video on 6 things that make Sigma males happy. If you have any to add, then please feel free to let us know in the comment section down below, as we love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our weekly updates.